Welcome back to our coverage of the 2026 film calendar. If you caught part 1 of our January preview, you know the new year is kicking off with a crowded slate. But we aren't done yet. In this second installment, we are looking at 4 more major titles arriving later in the month, ranging from psychological noir and the next chapter in a zombie apocalypse, to high-concept science fiction and a highly anticipated video game reboot. Here is part 2 of the key films arriving in theaters this January.
J'ai pensé à quelque chose, Kevin, et je veux que tu le prennes au sérieux.
First on the schedule is A Private Life. Following limited festival screenings late last year, this French-language feature receives its wide theatrical release in the United States on January 16, 2026. Directed by Rebecca Zlotowski, the film marks a significant collaboration with Hollywood veteran Jodie Foster, who performs the role entirely in French.
Non. Non quoi?
Elle était pas très gentille.
Mais elle est morte quand même.
Foster stars as Lillian Steiner, a renowned psychiatrist who becomes obsessed with the sudden, suspicious death of one of her patients. Unconvinced by the official ruling of suicide, Steiner launches her own private investigation. She is reluctantly assisted by her ex-husband, played by Daniel Auteuil, as she unravels a mystery that forces her to cross the professional boundaries she once strictly maintained. The narrative has been described as a Hitchcockian thriller with elements of screwball comedy, focusing on the tension between professional ethics and personal obsession.
Are you Old Nick?
Old Nick? You mean Satan?
Yes.
Also arriving on January 16, 2026, is 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. This sequel serves as the second chapter in the new trilogy produced by Danny Boyle and Alex Garland. While Boyle directed the first installment, released in 2025, directing duties for this middle chapter have been handed to Nia DaCosta, known for her work on Candyman.
This is a memorial to the dead.
The story continues to explore a world ravaged by the rage virus, but the dynamic has shifted. The primary threat is no longer just the infected, but the erratic and dangerous societies formed by the survivors. The plot follows Dr. Kelson, played by Ralph Fiennes, as he navigates a relationship with world-altering consequences. Meanwhile, a young survivor named Spike, played by Alfie Williams, encounters a cult-like figure named Jimmy Crystal, portrayed by Jack O'Connell. The film was shot back-to-back with its predecessor to ensure a rapid release strategy, and promises to expand the lore of the franchise significantly.
I got this. We're 1196 on that possible hit-and-run SUV.
Opening on January 23, 2026, is the sci-fi thriller Mercy. Directed by Timur Bekmambetov, this film is set in a near-future society where capital crime rates have skyrocketed. To streamline the justice system and minimize human error, the courts have turned to advanced artificial intelligence.
Before this court today charged with the murder of your wife.
I loved my wife. I didn't hurt her.
If you are innocent, prove it.
Chris Pratt stars as a detective who is accused of a violent crime. In a twist of irony, he must prove his innocence to the very system he helped champion. His fate rests in the hands of an AI judge, played by Rebecca Ferguson. The film is structured as a race-against-time thriller, as the protagonist is given a strict 90-minute window to clear his name before the AI executes its sentence. The narrative explores themes of technological overreach and the ethics of automated justice.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Finally, also releasing on January 23, 2026, is Return to Silent Hill. Christoph Gans, who directed the original 2006 Silent Hill adaptation, returns to the franchise with this reboot. It is based on the critically acclaimed video game Silent Hill 2 and stands unconnected to the 2012 sequel, aiming to restart the cinematic canon with a faithful adaptation of the source material.
Everyone got sick in Silent Hill. You really never heard about any of this?
The story centers on James Sunderland, played by Jeremy Irvine, a man broken by grief over the death of his wife, Mary. When he receives a mysterious letter from Mary, seemingly beckoning him back to the town of Silent Hill, he journeys there in search of her. Upon arrival, he finds the once familiar town transformed by a malevolent force. As James descends deeper into the darkness, he encounters terrifying creatures and questions his own sanity, struggling to distinguish between reality and the town's supernatural projections.
her before it's too late.
That concludes part 2 of our overview for January 2026. If you missed part 1, be sure to check the link in the description to see what else is hitting theaters this month. Let me know in the comments which of these 4 you are most excited to see. Thanks for watching.